Hey look, there's Waldo. Friday, October 6th, 10:30, late start, but I'm taking the train. So had a really nice conversation with this young woman who's from the Bay Area, from San Francisco, grew up in Castro, and is now living in Dublin. So I got the tips on what to do and where to go in Dublin as well. Hey, you looking at me? No, I said no. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? I have no idea what she's looking at, but it doesn't seem like much. So here I am. 11 o'clock. Here I am, 11 o'clock, a little bit of a late start, foggy day. Had decided to take a easy day today to let my feet cool down, let my blisters dry out a little bit. So therefore gonna take the train. Do feel a little bad about it, but for foot care and for my own longevity and enjoyment, I don't feel that bad about it. So gonna take a train to Boo, which is the destination tonight. And I gotta kill some time. Train runs every half hour. Train will take about a half hour to get there. And okay. Shouldn't be all that expensive. As I was trying to say earlier, and then the battery cut me off, had a nice conversation with a young gal who's visiting a guy she's dating out here in Santandar. She's from Bay Area, actually from San Francisco. Grew up in the Castro, went to Mercy High School, all that stuff. Lives in Dublin, so she gave me the highs and lows of Dublin coming up. Nice conversation, small world. We were talking about taquerias that we like in San Francisco, so you know, there you go. And then another young gal who's from London, and she's taking the train because her feet are kind of falling apart. She's taking the train to Santillana. Yeah, right, okay, fine. Actually, again, not feeling so bad. I can see two other hikers walking to the bus and the train station as well, so whatever. You know, gonna have to kill some time when I get there, and that's okay. That's the intention. Just let my feet settle down a little bit. I was thinking about, yeah, like, okay, maybe I'll just walk a few miles just to kind of feel like I'm putting in a few miles. And then I decided, no, I don't really want to even do that. If the intention really is to give my feet just a little bit of a rest, then do that. So there we go. So here we are, a little bit of a look at what's going on. There's the bus station on the right, and then the train station just farther down on the other side of that tower. Santandar in the morning, or in the late morning for that matter. Certainly a walkable city, and people do like to do their walk. The governor's office, actually, of this area is right over here to the left, which I thought was pretty interesting. Yep. Yeah. There we go. $12:35, just finished lunch out of my bag, which is good because I was carrying a lot of food weight, so had an okay lunch there. And just sitting outside the albergue waiting for it to open. Opens in about 2.5 hours, so that'll give me some time to continue to work my schedule down the road, which always takes a little bit. You know, comfortable little spot here. This albergue gets really high reviews, so, you know, looking forward to it. Train station right down there. The deal is you got to jump on the train, the C2 line, to cross the river. The authorities don't want people walking the train line for obvious reasons to have to cross the river, right? So everybody steps on, and then it's a 2-minute ride, and then you step back off again. Okay. And they have a bar right here. So looks like a nice, tidy little spot. Kind of looking forward to getting some of my planning put in place. Continue to let my feet rest, and tomorrow looks like it's going to be a lot of up and down. All right, let's see what the evening holds. All right, well, it's just coming up on 3 o'clock, and I got my digs for the night. Not bad. Holy mackerel. Very nice and comfortable spot. Dinner at 7 o'clock, €11. Looking forward to that. And you know, that's where people go hang out and smoke, I guess, or just sit out or do whatever. I got some of my socks up drying, and I have been trying to work out my plan as far as how to make it to Santiago. Well, you know, the days and the breaking down of the mileage and all that stuff, and I think I got it pretty well figured out. So that was really helpful. I'm gonna have to work on a little more to make sure that the bus schedules that I've gotten, mine are gonna line up on the right day and the right time and the right location, because I don't want to go through that little Bilbao fiasco again. That was blech. Okay, so not much going on today. It's been kind of an easy day by design, and I'll look forward to putting more video on, because let's go have an adventure. Boy, was that a class act or what? Really nice accommodation here in Pielagos. Right, yeah, sure. You can see right over there. Yep. Was able actually to get my own room, double bed. Oof. Shared bathroom, no big deal. Nice dinner last night, you know, pilgrim's meal, and then a light little breakfast this morning. Really, really pleasant. So the plan today is suggested by the book and a little bit by my Buen Camino app. It's going to be a little mix and match, trying to string together kind of shortcuts and some alternative tracks and make my way into Santillana, which I'm looking forward to because I've got a layover day there. I know. It seems like, didn't I just do that with taking the train in yesterday, you know? But I had planned a layover day because they have the Altamira caves, and I want to go try to see the Neolithic cave art. So, you know, that's on its own day. So that would be tomorrow. So taking the train to the next stop, get off. It's going to be all road work today. It's going to be warm, about 84 degrees, they said, which not looking forward to that. Gives my feet an ache just thinking about it. And it's 8:30, just waiting for the local train to show up. It's going to be literally a 2-minute ride to the next stop, and then pick up the alternative route, then pick up the official Camino route, then take another alternative, and then pick up the official one again, and then make my way into Santillana. So keep you posted as we go. And here's just kind of the look. Waiting for the train. And I couldn't help myself yesterday. Last night, before dinner, I had to go lay down some low-level euro coins, right? 50 cent and a 20 cent on the train track. Yes, I did. And I have the squished little coins to prove it. So I'm going to sit here expectantly waiting for the train, and then off to the next. Well, big debate back there, whether to go right or to go left. I had planned to go left, thinking it's a little shorter, the roads are a little busier. Local guy said, oh, I don't know, everybody goes to the right just because, you know, and it's kind of like two different paths leading to the same spot, right? Either kind of get off this busier highway because I went left, or go to the right and go up, grab a little elevation and come down. I wanted a straighter approach for right now. So, suffering the indignation of all the cars. Feet are feeling really good right now, which is good. And trying to keep my pace a little faster. Legs are stronger after the rest. But also, frankly, just to get past the busyness of this road. So, there we are. I'm walking directly into the sun, so I'll give you a little camera shot behind me. Not really much to speak of. There's a river off to my left, which was pleasant to see for just a minute or two. That's the lay of the land. Okay, 10:20. So now we're going to see if my decision to go to the left, as the guidebook was suggesting and I had planned, is going to pay off or not. So the other group that went to the right, they're probably ahead of me, but they've also got a longer route and they've got more elevation to attend to. This is shorter and flatter, but as I said before, it was along much busier roads. So I'm off that, which is good, obviously, and now just gonna settle in and kind of keep going. So this is what I got ahead of me right now. Today is Saturday, so kind of relaxed. So there we are again, right? You can see the little white lines in the pavement that I would believe are made by other pilgrims, or just walkers, of course, from their hiking poles. So, I guess I'm on the right track. Guess it's snack time. Hello. It's just about 12 noon on the dot, and I'm in the town of Mar, M-A-R. Nice little park, as you can see. There was a... Uh-oh. There was a bar right across the street, but I decided, no, I'm just going to sit here in the shade, take my shoes off, and eat out of my supplies so that I can eat out of my supplies because I've got them. That's what I got them for. And also to decrease a little bit of the weight along the way. So, just going to sit here, really give myself a break, a little bit of time for my feet to cool down, and then calculate how much farther into Santillana del Mar. Okay, here's to a lunch. Well, okay, it's about 2 o'clock, right? Yeah, 10 after 2. And I'm about 2 hours out of Santillana del Mar. 2 hours, maybe a little longer if I take more breaks, because frankly it's hot. They expected it to be about 84 degrees today, and it seems to be holding up around that. You know, I chose this route because it was a little shorter and flatter than, here we go, shorter and flatter than the other possible route, but the book had said that it's also a little grittier and not as attractive. Both of them were almost exclusive road walking, as I've commented before, but you know, you can hear the traffic behind me and see the lovely power plant right ahead of me. So I would have to agree with the book, not a very attractive section so far. There's been a few quiet roads and a little bit of dirt, but really, frankly, not much. So I think what I'm going to do is, unless it's really burdensome, just, you know, give myself the enjoyment of a quieter walk in more attractive setting, right? So not necessarily just always go for time and speed. All right, so we'll just keep going, stop for water as needed, and pull in Santillana del Mar. Got an overnight there, got a sweet hotel room, looking forward to that. So, make it happen. All right. All right, I got a road sign up there where I take a right turn, so I better catch that. All right, it is 4 p.m. Decided to pull over and have a proper lunch. Had a pastrami sandwich, actually. Not like a good Jewish deli pastrami, but it was good. And a Pepsi, which I haven't had in a month. So, very nice. Also a chance to just kind of sit out a bit of the heat. You know, I was there for at least an hour. Did not see the people this morning that went right and I went left. Right, kind of the idea was, for me, that going left was going to be a little faster and shorter and flatter. Well, I mean, I took a fair amount of break for kind of what I would call first lunch at noon, and did not see them walk by, so maybe my idea was not the correct one. But either way, I'm just gonna remember what the French say, you know, which is, again, take it easy. So even though I had originally predicted, oh, I'll be in by about 4, you know, right now it's going to be 5 and maybe even a little longer, and that's probably okay. Just go slow, take my time, and go slow and take my time. All over Manhattan, down Mahaney Way, everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. On a route we're gonna take real soon. I'm waxing down our surfboards, we can't wait for June. We'll all be gone for the summer, we're on safari to stay. Tell the teacher we're surfing, surfing USA. All right, it's 5:15 and finally coming into town. It's been a lot of road walking, I gotta say. My legs, I tell you, the mileage wasn't that bad, but I don't know. So once I find the hotel, I am taking a very, very cool shower. This is the Hotel Altamira. Apparently it was a 16th century palace, she was saying. And maybe 17th century, I don't know, but anyways. And when they sold the building, they sold it with all the furnishings. And this is what it is to have money, at least whoever had money then. Just a beautiful building. You know, they said that Santillana del Mar was a well-preserved medieval town, and it really is. This is the most beautiful town, village, it's not a city, that I've seen in Spain so far. I've seen is spectacular. And there's the Museum of Torture from the Inquisition stuff. Gonna go do that tomorrow. Right now I'm on the hunt for, I saw a few really good ceramic stores. Sunday morning about 9 a.m. You can just see how unique and charming this town is. Gonna go see if I can get a taxi to the caves. They open at 9:30 and you're supposed to kind of be, it's first come first served there apparently. So I've been lying on the bed for a little bit, just kind of debating, do I want to take a few extra days here and let my blisters heal up? My body is exhausted. Or continue to push. And I'm just going back and forth on that. So as I think about it, I'll let you know what I decide. But first, just enjoy the quiet of this town. So the Altamira Cave is an exact replica that we're looking at now, not the original. Too many people went through it all. They made an exact 3D copy. And I think they figured it was about 20,000, 20 to 30,000 years ago. Spectacular, really. Well, I gotta say, it was a spectacular cave. Well worth the time and the money and the effort. Given that the money, it was free, and I spent €7 on a little sandwich and a drink, and €5 on a magnet, because you gotta get a magnet. You know, just really impressive. So, certainly glad I went. And what's next on the list is for me to get back to the hotel room and then kind of decide, am I going to hang out for a few days, which I think the answer is yes, just to let my feet, and I'm just still extremely exhausted, just let myself, you know, rest. I've been a few weeks already walking, and then I got to figure out bus linkages and all that. So very, very pleasant day so far, and gonna get back into town. Okay, here's a new one. So they lift the hatch, they stick the person in the bull, and then you can see below the metal piece, they built a fire down there, and then they cook the person. Probably suffocates, I don't know what happens, but I don't know. Okay, up or down? I guess I'm gonna go down. Ah, cutting the guy's tongue off. Cutting people's hands and gouging their eyes out. Jeez. The Iron Maiden of Nuremberg. The Iron Maiden of Nuremberg was anthropomorphic, with a face that could be recognized as Mary, the mother of Jesus, and a body formed by two doors that resembled a coffin. On the outside, the maiden seemed harmless and not at all dangerous, but inside her there were hidden iron nails, whose purpose was not to kill fast, but to torture slowly. It goes on to say, and I think you get the idea. And I think you get the idea of what this is. Just craziness. Just craziness. Oh boy, everybody's favorite. Mm-hmm. Oh wait. But there's even more fun to be had. For God's sake. Oh, no. I don't know, man. This is just some crazy stuff. This is just some totally crazy stuff. That was disturbing. You know, my friend Don had said that he saw a display of some of these torture items, and he said it was pretty unnerving. And frankly, I'll have to agree. Just craziness. What it is that folks would be doing to each other. Just, I don't know. I mean, on one hand, it was kind of like, oh, how interesting, you know? Yeah, sure, Spanish Inquisition, all that stuff. But very crazy stuff. So, okay. Saw it, did it, took photos, and that's about it. Oh my God.
you.